Welcome to the Mickey Updates podcast, starring Ed, Rob, Chris, and Travis. You've arrived at your destination for the latest happenings in Orlando news and reviews. There's much to learn about this beautiful global city, and there are four guys willing to explain their expertise to give you this knowledge from the world-famous Walt Disney World to the wonderful SeaWorld. The Mickey Updates podcast has your dose of the latest goings-on in the Central Florida region. Now let's welcome the four guys featured on this podcast, Ed, Chris, Travis, and Rob.
What's happening, Orlando? I just wanted to do that. I don't know why. Something different. Was it good?
No.
It's never good. When will it ever be good?
Never. But thank you for trying.
Whatever. I tried. What's going on, people? We are live here on YouTube. And you know how I know we're live? Because I'm currently at using 67%, actually 90% of my CPU. That's always fun. I really work my laptop here. 94% of my CPU running this feed. Having a good time here. I do enjoy it. We are live here for you on YouTube, and we are recording for iTunes as always. And we are here with another episode of the Mickey Updates podcast. Yay, Mickey Updates podcast. I need to bring back sound effects. Those were fun. Everyone likes sound effects. Ed's going to say something contradictory to what I just said. I know it. Here it comes. All right, Ed, say it. You don't like sound effects. Do you or do you not like sound effects?
When used right. Grace, in your cases, you don't use right.
What do you mean I don't use right? How do you use sound effects right? Explain to me this one.
You just know.
Exactly. You just know. My butt, you know. All right, before we get started here, we want to thank our sponsor real fast. We want to thank MapleLeafTickets.com. Yes, MapleLeafTickets.com. They've been providing discount Orlando area attraction tickets for more than 30 years. Yes, that's right. 30 years of discount on Orlando area tickets. Who can you trust when it comes to Orlando area attraction tickets? Well, the fine folks at MapleLeafTickets.com. That's right. You can go there today or call them at 1-800-841-2837. That's 1-800-841-2837 and save up to $25 off a ticket to Legoland. How awesome is that? Off the gate price. A ticket to Legoland up to $25 off. That sounds pretty awesome to me there. So you should definitely check them out at MapleLeafTickets.com. They are fantastic folks. Check them out. All right. Moving on here, we're going to get into the news of the week, and we got some stuff coming up at the parks this week, and we want to get it started off with Earth Day at Disney's Animal Kingdom. In honor of Earth Day next week, the fact that children have an endless fascination with animals, we wanted to focus this week Disney Kids. Disney's Animal Kingdom Park is home to magnificent creatures across 250 species, and they will be doing their special event this week at Animal Kingdom, which they do every Earth Day, which they have a Party for the Planet at Rafiki's Planet Watch. So definitely head over there for that this week. It is awesome. So awesome stuff there. Dockside Margarita. I can't read today. Dockside Margarita is opening soon at Downtown Disney Marketplace. Dockside Margaritas is set to open later this month at Downtown Disney Marketplace. The waterfront margarita bar is the perfect place for enjoying the relaxing things in life. Florida style, everything about Dockside Margaritas projects a fun, laid-back vibe from the theming, which is reminiscent of a Florida fruit stand from the 1960s with cool tropical colors and eclectic. Electric is a good word. I like that because it's always bright. Modern furniture to the handcrafted margaritas and Floridian brews. Waterfront entertainment will return with live performers from 2:30 to 10:30 p.m. on Sunday through Thursday and 12:30 to 10:30 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, with live entertainment daily. Beautiful views of the waterfront at Buena Vista Cove and ample seating. Dockside Margaritas is sure to be the popular destination to relax with friends and family. And I'm assuming this is opening at Downtown Disney Marketplace, so I'm assuming this is going where the old one was located. The old margarita bar, which is down right next to the stage area there in front of the water in the marketplace area. Reservations for the Frozen Summer Fun premium package at Walt Disney World Resort are now available. Each Frozen Summer Fun package includes you get to see Anna and Elsa reserved viewing for the Frozen Royal Welcome, complete with regal refreshments, water, a selection of soft drinks, and ice cream. Reserve seating of for your choice of one showtime for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration. Frozen fireworks with dessert party, a dazzling nighttime display of fireworks paired with Frozen-themed desserts, as well as specialty alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. Cost is $69 for adults, $39 for children ages 3 to 9. Tax and gratuity are included. Reservations can be made online or by calling 407-939-3463. So definitely check that out if you're a huge fan of Frozen. I saw this last year. This looked like a fun event. The Frozen package is there. And why is this not okay? Adventures by Disney announced its first ever river cruising itineraries. Adventures by Disney, a leader in guided group tours, travel worldwide today, announced that the introduction of its first river cruising itineraries. Sailing with Ama Waterways, the travel industry premier luxury river cruise line, Adventures by Disney River Cruises offer a new way for families to experience the heart of Europe in a way that is active, immersive, and easy. 4 sailings along the Danube River in the summer of 2016, as well as one holiday-themed sailing in December 2016, will give adventurous travelers the opportunity to experience iconic locations and hidden gems in 8 destinations across 4 countries: Germany, Austria, Slovakia, and Hungary. Combining the award-winning service and luxury of MA Waterways with the proven family travel expertise of Adventures by Disney, The new style of vacationing will deliver an unmatched experience that is immersive, all-inclusive, and hassle-free. The Adventures by Disney River Cruise departures will take guests off the beaten path in search of culture, art, and unique story intrinsic to each European city. Intrinsic to each European city and town visited. From revisiting scenes from the movie The Sound of Music in Salzburg and experience Devon Castle and Bratislava, to taking a traditional Austrian folk dancing lesson in Milk, the opportunities for exploration are seemingly endless. River cruises offer maximum port time in each city, arriving at dawn and departing late night. This means more time for travelers to discover the destination through guided activities and individual exploration for a completely tailored and customizable vacation experience. 8 Adventures by Disney adventure guides on each sailing add to the already renowned crew of Am Waterways, creating an unprecedented level of support for guests. It's a degree of service unique to Disney, with guests serving as hosts in each destination and on board the ship. Local experts will also be on hand at each port to bring the authentic culture to visiting guests. So there you go. Check that out. Adventures by Disney's exclusive sailings will take place July 7th through the 14th, July 14th through the 21st, July 21st through the 28th, July 28th through August 4th, 2016. Highlights of the 8-day/7-night adventure include tour of Mirabelle Gardens and adventure through a salt mine in Austria, nighttime illuminations cruise in Budapest, horse show at Lazar Equestrian Park in Hungary, medieval activities at Devon Castle in Bratislava, Slovakia, private marionette performance and strudel making demo at Schönbrunn Palace in Austria, falconry show at the Hohenriffen Castle. I'm totally butchering that. Austria. Walk along the treetops at a unique outdoor center in Kopfing, Germany. Oktoberfest event at a local brewery. Themed meals and culinary activities such as interactive goulash and strudel making and biking in every port. That sounds awesome. The special holiday themed sailing departing December 22nd, 2016 will also include visits to renowned Christmas markets in Budapest and Vienna, a Vienna Boys Choir Christmas performance in the Hofburg Palace Chapel, and a special holiday menu lunch. Guests looking for even greater immersion into local culture can add an Adventures by Disney 3 days, 2-night or post-day experience in Prague, Czech Republic, that includes a variety of active experiences such as a cultural immersion tour of Prague with a local guide dinner at Folklore Garden with traditional music and dance, a Prague river cruise featuring monuments and architectural highlights, a guided walking tour of the charming medieval UNESCO World Heritage Site, Seski Krumvlov, and more. Sorry, I butchered that last one there, and I apologize. I don't know what to tell you. The Boathouse makes a splash at downtown Disney over the past year. The Boathouse, great food, waterfront dining, Dreamboats has been hosting up. Hoisting up along the downtown Disney skyline. As I say, Disney Springs, because it is Disney Springs. Let's just call it that from now. The venue opens today. This was past Monday. Is the first of several new restaurants coming to the Landing, a new neighborhood that will be part of Disney Springs. So I guess that whole section there is now the Landing. See, one time they say downtown Disney, and then the next time they say Springs. Why not just say Springs and make it the signs up? The Boathouse is an upscale waterfront dining experience showcasing steaks, chops, and seafood and a raw bar built over the water. The 600 nautically themed restaurant, or 600-seat nautically themed restaurant, also features a display of dreamboats from the 1930s to the 1950s, a beautifully crafted water taxi, and a fleet of amphibious autos called amphicars. So there you go. You got to check this out. The reviews. It is an expensive restaurant. Prices range from I think you start at about $30 for an entree, and then you go up from there to
115.
115. Well, more than that. I think it goes up to 150. They have like a 4-person dinner thing.
Yeah.
I showed you guys the menus last week. It's a little expensive, but from what I've heard, it's good. Me and Ed will check this out sometime soon and try some of the food there. The filet looked really good that I saw there. The Amphicar tour is $125. That includes up to 3 people. So it's not $125 per person. It's $125 for the whole boat. So that's 3 people in that boat. So you can ride that. I know some people have been saying it seems a little pricey. Well, it is for 3 people. It is still a little pricey, but it is for 3 people. So split that up between 3 people. There's Italian water taxi cruises. The Venezia. A breathtaking 40-foot wooden Italian water taxi also offers a captain's guided tour of downtown Disney. This one is complete with live music, chocolate-covered strawberries, and a champagne toast. Tours will be offered hourly from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., weather permitting, starting soon. For individuals and groups of up to 20, the cost is $75 per person or $50 per child under age 13. Want a more private tour for 2? Ask for the antique steamboat tour aboard Lady Rose. The cost is $150 per couple. Floating art. I knew they were beautiful, but I had no idea. I was looking at this multi-million-dollar fleet of rail boats gathered from museums, private collections, and boat shows from around the world. Be sure to take some time to look at to stroll the marina. And there's also live entertainment. There's a lot of stuff going on here. They've added a lot to this area. The boathouse, they have the entertainment sitting next to it. Right there, there's like a little patio out there where they have like a stage, and there's entertainment there. There's the amphicars, there's the Italian water taxis. There's when they say nautically themed, I mean there's boat motors all over the place. There's you can actually eat in a boat. It's crazy. It really is like over the top theming, and it just looks great. I am going to withhold my thoughts on it completely until I eat there, but yeah, it looks interesting. So we will see. So yeah. All right. In some sad news at Walt Disney World this week, there was an accident this past Sunday at the Richard Petty driving experience. While doing the exotic driving experience, one of the Lamborghinis hit a guardrail, causing the driver to be injured and the passenger to be killed. When the Florida Highway Patrol arrived on the scene, the passenger was immediately announced dead. The male driver was rushed to the hospital, but only suffered minor injuries. The passenger, I don't think they identified the passenger or the driver yet. I know the passenger that was killed was the instructor, and one of the things too that is key to the story is the fact that they were running the course backwards, which is extremely not a good idea. It's doing it the correct way or doing it the right way is even scary itself, but doing it backwards with someone who is not a experienced driver is kind of crazy. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out, because I have a feeling that Walt Disney World or Richard Petty Experience will be sued. Whether or not there is
It'll stay open.
Well, I'm not worried about it. I know it's going to close, but whether or not Disney has any fault in this is remain to be seen, because Disney can just say, hey, look, Richard Petty was just using it's on our property, but Richard Petty was just using that, it's their deal. You sue them, but I'm sure they'll find a way to come after Disney for this. The family of the instructor will probably come after Disney for this. I don't know. It remains to be seen, but I see it as a high possibility that they will come after them. It's very sad that this had to happen, but there's an article floating around online that I read, and it was talking about some of the safety features of the track. And running the course backwards, number one, was not a good idea. And number two, some of the safer barriers were not in place where they should have been. And it just wasn't, it's when you add all these things up, it just doesn't look good at all. So it's extremely sad, but it looks like there could have been some things to prevent it, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. That whole area was scheduled to close June or August, I think. And now I would imagine that it's going to, I'm sure it's closed now, but I would imagine it's going to close indefinitely. So We'll see what happens. I don't think they've ever had an incident like this there ever. Not
Not
that I
mine.
can think of. No.
Not. I mean, when they had races, but not.
Yeah, but races are a different story.
Yeah, that's a different story.
If they had races there again, that would be fun. They don't have enough. They don't have enough room, I don't think, to do races.
Yeah, not enough seating.
Yeah, not enough seating. Yeah, it'll be interesting. All right. Well, I'm sorry to end such on a sad note, but we have Ed with the weather and Twitter. Maybe the weather will be awesome this week. Ed, go ahead and give us the weather and Twitter and all that good stuff, the rumors and.
Starting with Saturday, April 18th, it's going to be night thunderstorms at a high of 89 and a low of 70 with a 50% chance of rain. Then on Sunday, night thunderstorms at a high of 91 and a low of 72 with a 50% chance of rain. Then on Monday, night thunderstorms at a high of 84 and a low of 70 with an 80% chance of rain. Then on Tuesday, mostly cloudy with a high of 86 and a low of 68, 20% chance of rain. Then Wednesday, showers with a high of 86 and a low of 67 with a 70% chance of rain.
Okay.
And as far as rumors, I'm going to say some things. Some new details came out about the new Star Wars movie, and we know that now. One thing we've heard is the new Star Wars land is going to be focused on the new movies. Well, one of the announcements that J.J. Abrams made was the new planet that you actually see in the trailer, which is spelled Jakku. I have a feeling that some of the new Star Wars land will take place on there.
Okay.
Yes, and one thing I definitely would like to see that they showed in the trailer, that's kind of a good photo op, is they actually had there's a part where you see Rey speeding across on whatever the speeder in the first trailer you saw. I think that's what it was. That's the one of the female. She's a female character in the movie, in the new characters. And if you look, when you see her speeding across, you see in the background, you see a downed Star Destroyer, and then
I saw that.
And then you see an X-wing in the ground. What I think they should do is actually have the X-wing, create the X-wing in the ground, then maybe have like a board where it looks like in the background where you can see like the downed.
Are you talking about it at Hollywood?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The downed Star Destroyer, because I think that would be a great photo op.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. And some other things, and this is also from the trailer. This I could possibly see at.
And these are things that are coming to Hollywood, that might be coming to Hollywood
yes.
studios. These are rumors, of course.
Yes.
Rumors of things that might be coming to Hollywood.
Yes,
studios.
things I saw in the trailer they can totally bring over. This part is stuff they can totally bring over to Star Wars weekends this year. Now they have new designs for the Stormtrooper. There's actually 4. I know there's a regular one, a flamethrower one, a snowtrooper, and I forgot the other one. But and they have they have all the different characters, like Kylo Ren, who's the evil Jedi, the one with the special lightsaber, the one with the cross lightsaber. And one thing they actually even had, I can totally see them, having out at Star Wars weekends, the Stormtroopers. The other thing is they actually had, and people are the one thing I've seen people like the most is BB-8. Now BB-8 is the
little robot.
Yes, the robot.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually had at Star Wars Celebration.
They had the BB-8 come out on
yes,
stage.
they could possibly maybe remake something and bring that over for a photo.
Well, of course they can remake. I mean, they already made it. They don't need to remake it. It's already made. Yeah.
But they can totally bring that over for photo ops.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be pretty cool, actually.
And another thing is they can also have set up, because they all, at Star Wars we can have pictures areas set up. They can have one where you can get on the wherever set up, like where it's like the speeder and indoor, but it's the bike. Can't remember the name of the bike, but the one that Rey was using in the first trailer.
Okay. I don't remember it. I haven't seen all the trailers. I just saw the most recent one.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm bad.
No.
Was there any other rumors? Any other thing else you heard?
No, that's just it.
All right. One thing I forgot to mention this past and during the news segment, sorry, it totally slipped my mind, is Sea Lion High at SeaWorld is now open. So if you go to Sea World, you can see the new Clyde and Seymour Sea Lion High show, and it has a new intro. They got rid of the mimes. They used to have mimes, but now they have crossing guards that do stop and go. And I unfortunately don't have video in front of me because I haven't been yet, but we'll try to get over there soon and check out that show. But it looks like a lot of fun. Clyde and Seymour, definitely check that out. And also in other news, the Orlando Eye is now lit up, so that's getting closer and closer to opening, with Madame Tussauds and Sea Life getting closer as well. And we'll definitely check those out when those open. It sounds like it's going to be awesome, that whole area over there. I'm really excited about it. It should be really great. Other than that, we're going to move on here. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. This past weekend, we got to go to MegaCon, which is a mega convention, which is, I read somewhere it was the largest convention on the East Coast for like biggest fan convention for like cosplay and the whole nine. And if you don't already know, Mega Convention is just what I said. It's a convention. It's just a fandom convention. People come in, do autographs. People from different shows. There's all kinds of costume play, cosplay. It's just a really huge event for that. And there's people selling artwork and comics, and people selling just fake weapons and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of geeky stuff. I love it. It's just awesome. And we ran into a lot of great costumes there, a lot of great people. And I'll start off with the best. The best costume that we ran into during the whole event was Gilderoy Lockhart. And I'll actually play you this Gilderoy Lockhart video, and then I'll explain his costume here a little bit. So let me just get this going here for you guys so you can see Gilderoy Lockhart. This is actually really cool. So let me do this here.
I've tried so many different spells to cast to find out everything that's going on in this magical city of Orlando. Yes, my name is Gilderoy Lockhart, and there is only one magical place to be, MickeyUpdtes.com. That's where all your spells will come together, and the knowledge that you will get will be infinite. Have a magical day.
So we got to meet Gilderoy Lockhart, which is really cool. It was a cosplay, but it was actually an awesome cosplay. We got to see that at the Mega Convention, and there was just a lot of costumes. I'm going to run through some of the costumes here that we saw when we were at MegaCon this weekend. And I went by myself, and MegaCon is just craziness. There's people everywhere, and almost everyone is in costumes. I didn't have on a costume myself because it was sort of last minute, but I've never done the costume thing except for Halloween, so it's not really my thing. But they were just some great costumes, and I'll run through some of them here. We saw, and of course, Gilderoy Lockhart was our favorite. He actually had a book, and the book was animated, the front page, and it showed him doing spells and all kinds of stuff, and that was really cool. We ran into a really cool. There was really cool Disney characters. We saw, oh my God, Rapunzel. We saw Wreck-It Ralph. I mean, these were just great costumes. There was actually a Disney meetup of all the Disney costumes, and it was just massive. I'll just throw this quickly up there. Just massive. All these Disney costumes that were there at this event. There was a Baymax. There was a girl. There was this one girl in a bag. It was a Disney bag dress. She'd made a dress out of Disney parks shopping bags, and she wore that. There was just all kinds of stuff, Ariels and Bells, and I mean, it was just really cool to see all these costumes, and they were very well done costumes, just like you would see in the parks. people dressing up like their favorite characters. I mean, this was really good stuff. And that was only so much of it. I mean, there was a booth that had different droids from Star Wars, and there was just all kinds of other booths showcasing cosplay and different characters and robots and things that they've created. There was a booth that had Legos, just giant Lego cities. It had the castle from Frozen. It had there was just a giant Lego city. There was like a Lego Orlando. There was a Lego arcade. Anything and everything related to any sort of fandom, there was stuff there, and it was just really, really, really cool. Now, MegaCon happens every year. I don't know the exact price for tickets. I think it's like $30 or $40 to go, and you get to go in and experience this, and it's really cool. It's worth definitely coming to one year and checking it out. It's a lot of fun, and everybody has a lot of fun in their costumes. And there was even people getting really into their outfits and doing different events. Like, for example, there was lightsaber battles in the middle of the staging area, they called it. They were doing lightsaber battles right in front of us. So there were people doing having it out, and then they fought to the death with lightsabers. It was actually really cool to watch that. And there was different things going on and just characters acting crazy. There were artists there that do comics, signing own prints. There was tons of t-shirts. I mean, there was just everything. People that make t-shirts. The girl that makes the I forgot her name, Karen something, but she makes the mashup shirts between Disney characters and the Doctor Who with the TARDIS. She was there doing stuff, and there was just a lot of stuff. We when you walk up and down that show floor, there's just so many things to see and do there. It's just craziness. So it's definitely something you should check out once. And I go every year, and thanks to Inside the Magic for Ricky and everybody at Inside the Magic for getting me a ticket this year to check it out. And it was awesome. We had a great time at the event. So it was really cool. So definitely worth checking out MegaCon and explore all the craziness. I will say this, though, if you're going to go, get there early and kind of plan out the whole day. We didn't go to any of the panels or anything like that, but there's panels all throughout the day, and you have to get in line for these things. And if you want to walk the show floor, we spent the whole day just standing in the staging area, looking at the cosplay costumes, and then we spent a small amount of time checking out the show floor, which was insanely packed. I mean, it's hard to walk from one place to another because you're back to back with people. It's just craziness, but it's packed. And as it started out, it wasn't too packed, and then as we got on in the day, it got super packed. The only other advice that I'll give you for this event, we went on a Sunday, which seemed like a good day as far as traffic wise. I think it was open till 5 that day, or 6 that day. And the only other thing I'll tell you is the convention center food is not the greatest. If you go to any conventions in Orlando at the convention center, the food at the convention center is not the greatest. You're better off going outside and getting something out walking distance from the convention center, because there's a few restaurants nearby there. But yeah, other than that, it was a great convention, just like any other con, but just a huge con with a lot of people and everybody having a good time and a lot of fun. So really cool walking around and checking that out. I mean, some of these costumes were just insane. I mean, this army, there was an army man costume as good as something you'd see at Disney. I mean, identically the same. There was a giant Groot. The Groot was just fantastic. I ran into a BoJack Horseman. That was really cool. The BoJack Horseman costume was probably my favorite, or one of my main favorites. There was a Tally. There was even a Cinderella from the live action movie with her fairy godmother. So just a lot of different characters out there. Just a ton of fun. Definitely worth checking out one year if you're into that type of stuff. So awesome stuff there. All right, well, moving on from that, Ed, you went to Downtown Disney that day.
Yes, I did.
And anything going on there that you saw?
No. The only thing that was happening, this was the day before Boathouse opening, so they were just working on the dock that day.
Did you notice anything new or see anything new as you're walking around?
The only thing I really did notice new was upon heading up to the garage, I actually saw they actually had a bridge from the garage to across the street. No, not like to downtown Disney. I mean like
Across to like I-4 towards I-4,
yes,
which is supposed to be there because that's the connector
yes.
from I-4 to downtown Disney.
Now it's now this is a pedestrian bridge.
Oh,
So it's going to
it's
the
not the car. It's
No,
not the
no,
car
no,
one.
no.
There's a car one.
no,
coming
yes,
too.
yes. But it was. I think it was more for connecting.
Was it open?
No, it wasn't done yet.
Okay.
They actually had the main part. They haven't gotten the stairs, and it seems like they're working on one. By the hotels on Hotel Boulevard.
Now I also that one too down by Marketplace. Now I also heard too that some of the right just past the boathouse, there's some new stuff going in over there too.
Yes. If you actually when you head down towards Raglan, you're gonna before you go down towards Raglan, you just look straight forward. You'll see construction, and they are building a building. I haven't seen what. Doesn't say what, but looks like something. Like it's definitely gonna be a shop or something.
Yeah, I heard there's going to be another restaurant down by Boathouse too.
Yes, right next to it. That's
next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's going to be
look like an airplane hangar.
Yeah, an airplane hangar. Yep, that's exactly what I heard. So I don't know what that'll be, but something's coming there. You know what? Me and Ed were talking about this the other day. Speaking of downtown Disney, and I was just curiously thinking, kind of thinking of what in the way. I mean, I know we have a lot of table service coming to Disney Springs, but I'm hoping we get a little bit of counter service too. Seeing that we lost Bodie's and what is it, Polo Campero, I'm hoping we can get something in there to replace it. I would like another counter service. I don't know about you, Ed, but I would like something like that.
Something could work.
Yeah, I mean, we could get something in there. I mean, the food trucks are nice. I guess that's kind of the thing with the food trucks. But yeah, I would like some new counter service. I think that would be pretty good. Something. I mean, it doesn't have to be a ton of counter service, just something new, a permanent location for something. But I don't know what that would be. But yeah, lots of stuff going on at downtown Disney. Lots of new buildings coming up. That whole area behind, like where the parking lot was, they're filling out to be stuff, and it's just going to be awesome. So it should be pretty cool to see what happens there. Now, I'm talking about this past Sunday. We went to this past Sunday for dinner, we went to American Q again. And I haven't been to American Q in a while, and I wanted to do a dinner there. And we actually got invited to another dinner this week, which we're going to go again to American Q. But we haven't been there in a while, so I wanted to try it. If you don't already know, American Q is located at the B Resort, which is the newest resort in the downtown Disney area there, with all the hotels and stuff. And we got invited to check out the resort there. This week we got invited to check out American Q, their new wine and spirits menu. But this past weekend, we were just eating dinner there, and I haven't been in a while. And I got to tell you, we went back, and I was totally impressed. You can see me in the car there, but I was totally impressed. We went there at 5:30, 6:30. What time did we get there? I can't remember.
We got there around 6.
Yeah, it was 6:30 when we got there, and we had done a reservation in advance. I highly suggest doing a reservation in advance. The restaurant is a little interesting. Just make sure you do a reservation in advance, and staffing gets a little crazy with them sometimes. So make sure you plan that reservation in advance so they can make sure that you're seated and have good service and all that good stuff. I just highly suggest that you do that in advance. But other than that, our meal was fantastic. Now, American Q, we did the flatbed buffet, which is $34.95, which is what I always do when I go there. And they do have a regular menu, a la carte menu. You can order steaks and things like that. They have big steaks on there. They have good food on the a la carte menu. But they have the flatbed buffet, which includes tableside carvings, and it includes the flatbed buffet, which is this. You saw me in the truck there. The back of the truck, the flatbed of the truck is full of different side items and things like that on there as well. But we got smoked turkey leg, bacon wrapped chicken thigh, house-made sausages, which was andouille sausage, smoked pork shoulder with spiced onions, picanha of beef, cold smoked and grilled turkey thigh with turkey stuffing. We didn't get that, wasn't on there. There was no stuffing, but there was the turkey, smoked turkey. There was flank steak, there was brisket, and there was and that was it. So this was all just a fantastic meal, and we started it off with the sides bar, or the side buffet, or the flatbread buffet, I should say. It's not really a sides buffet, but a flatbread buffet, and it included this amazing loaded potato salad, and it was potato salad with bacon and green onions, and it tasted like a loaded baked potato in potato salad form, and it was really good. I think I had about 3 or 4 helpings of this potato salad. It was absolutely fantastic. They also have in the buffet, they have their world famous corn, which is soaking in butter and milk, for just sitting on the buffet soaking in butter or milk. They also had some asparagus up there that was cold, but it was still really good. They had some cold sweet potato salad, which is really good. And there was also like some meat and cheeses up there, like sliced meat and cheeses. There was some spinach up there, cream spinach. The most heavenly mac and cheese I have had in a while. And the best part is they had bacon pieces up there for the salad. Well, I put this in with the mac and cheese, and it was delicious. So, this was really good. So I highly recommend, just even if you just want the flatbed, I think you can do the flatbed separately, but I'm not 100% on that. Just do the flatbed part. This was really good. But that was only half of our meal. That was only half of what we got. Next was the meats. They brought out the meats, and you can see here, I'll throw up a picture if you're watching online, but you can check this out on our Flickr page too. You'll see some of these meats. But there's bacon wrapped chicken, which was delicious. We had this andouille sausage, which was pretty good. There was some brisket. I mean, look at this brisket for those of you watching online. And for those of you that aren't watching online, this was some of the juiciest brisket I've had in a while. And at American Q, they have sauces on the table for you to do with your brisket. And each server, I call him a gaucho, because that's what they call him at like Texas State Brazil, is a gaucho, the guy that brings the meat on the skewer. I think they call them carvers here. The carvers know which goes with which. And this time, the first time I went, the meat on its own was so flavorful that I didn't need the sauces. It just didn't need the sauce. And this time, I went a little adventurous. I didn't really need the sauce, but I tried it and kind of went with the recommendation from the carver. And I tried, like with the brisket, I had they had like a Carolina Gold sauce, which was really good. So I tried some of the sauce this time. It was really good. It was a really good experience here. We had a big group of like 11 of us, and everyone enjoyed their meal. I mean, they were just stuffed beyond belief. I mean, I think everyone left saying they weren't going to eat for a week. I mean, that's how filling this meal was. And for $34.95 to include all these meats and everything else was just fantastic. I mean, there's the flank steak here. This is I forget what this is. I think this was the picanha before they cut it. Picanha here. I mean, it was just all excellent cuts of meat. I mean, nothing was not. I mean, everything was fantastic. There was one meat in particular, which I don't have the picture of right here, but I'll tell you guys. There was one meat in particular that I really enjoyed. And they brought out some smoked turkey in like a little pot, and it was smoked turkey pieces, just like cut up like almost like pulled pork, but turkey. There was some skin in there, and then there was this turkey, and it was smoked. And man, let me tell you, this was the best turkey I ever had. It was the best turkey. I think Ed will agree with me on that.
Yes, the turkey was amazing. It was. I don't know what seasoning they had.
It wasn't necessarily the seasoning as much as it was the wood combination that they used.
It's the wood and the
smoke.
seasoning.
Yeah, it was a combination of both, but mostly the wood that they used to smoke it with, because it had an excellent smoky flavor, and it was all throughout the meat, and it was just so good. I mean, I can't begin to tell you how awesome that meat was. It was just fantastic. And I think that was the only turkey dish they brought out. But yeah, the flank steak, everything was good. I tried some of the dishes with the sauces. It was all just really, really tasty. I loved all of it. And I always love American Q. They also brought out some cornbread for us during our meal, which was fantastic. That was included in there, cornbread. It was just a great meal all around. Actually, I have a picture of the mac and cheese with the bacon pieces. It was just really good. Now, this is only half the story at American Q. You still have the a la carte menu, and you still have the bar menu. And the bar menu has amazing food on it. There is like candied swine is on there, which is just fantastic. Candied swine is bacon that's been coated in brown sugar and baked, and there's a little bit of spices in there, and it's really good. And that's on the bar menu. And there's also some great cocktails on the bar menu as well. I mean, food-wise, this restaurant is amazing. Amazing. The only thing I will tell you, though, as we got on a little further through the night, the service, it became slower and slower to get meats. When we first started, basically what they do here is when you first start doing meats, they bring the servers around nonstop, basically, and they basically come at you in like a big wave and drop all the different meats off for you to sample. And then after that's done, they kind of go gravitate towards another table and do it that way. And that's okay. You get a lot of meat fast up front, but if you want more later, it gets a little slower. We spent, I would say, probably about, we got there at 6, and we didn't leave till like 9 o'clock, I want to say. So we were there for a while. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Actually, I can't. But it was like 9 o'clock when we left. I'm pretty sure it was about 9 o'clock when we left. So there was a long. Our meal was long. It was enjoyable, but it was long. So don't plan on this being a fast meal. Just take your time and enjoy it, and enjoy the flatbread. That's always up there. There's beans on there. There's the what did I say? The spinach. There's corn. There's the potato salad. I mean, there's like 20 different things on the flatbread. It's fantastic. It's really good. I mean, that and the paired with the meats is totally worth the price of admission here. And if you want to, if you can stomach it, you can add on ribs onto that. I think it's like $18 to add on ribs. I'll tell you right now, it's $10 for a half rack and $18 for a full rack of Memphis baby back ribs and St. Louis spare ribs. And the sauces that you have to put on your different meats are Kansas City, Carolina, Texas mustard, and mango heat. And it is a 51 Ford pickup truck, including soup and chili, daily seasonal salads, baked potato bar, and peel and eat shrimp. And there are peel and eat shrimps. Cowboy carvers is what they call them. So there you go. And they serve you the meats. Now, we did finish up the meal with something magical. It didn't stop there with just the $34.95 meal. No, we went ahead and did dessert. And actually, we had the I like seasonal cobblers. I like fruit cobblers. I think they're fantastic, especially when they're seasonal, because then you get the ripest fruit at the time. So we finished with this seasonal cobbler, and it was amazing. I don't know what was better on this, the berries inside the cobbler or the actual crust on top of the cobbler. The crust on top of the cobbler was just the best cobbler crust I've ever had. Now this was served, of course, in a what do you call that? That type of pan. I forget what you call it there.
Skillet?
Not skillet, but
Cast iron?
Cast iron skillet. Yeah, cast iron skillet. This was served in a cast iron skillet. And it was just like blackberries and blueberries with like on the bottom, and then there was little pieces, little strips of the bread on top, the cover there, the crust, and then there was ice cream in the middle, vanilla ice cream, and this was fantastic. It was absolutely delicious. I've had a few of the desserts there. I've had the croissant thing, the croissant bread pudding. I've had the s'mores dessert, and I've had the key lime pie, and this is by far my favorite. Which we had the s'mores dessert this time, which was really good, but the cobbler definitely wins. I know, Ed, you had some of both desserts, if I'm not mistaken. What did you think?
I thought they were both good. I'd say maybe I'd go with the s'mores. I mean, I'm just not a big berry person.
Okay. Now let's talk to you about your meal. What carvings did you like? What things did you like from the flatbed? Tell us.
Well, my favorite meats was the brisket and the turkey. You know, the brisket was smoked perfectly, and so was the turkey.
Did you need sauce for the brisket?
Oh, I wanted sauce, so I had the Carolina Gold on sauce I used. I like that Carolina mustard sauce type stuff. And as far as the flatbread, I had the spinach. The spinach was great. It was a spinach au gratin, which is spinach and cheese.
Now, what about? Did you try the mac and cheese?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I may have had a little, but I don't know.
Okay. And is that and overall you had an excellent meal?
Oh yeah.
Service wise, everything good?
Mm-hmm.
Did you think it was a little bit slow at the end there? Or?
Maybe, but I you know, for you.
Yeah, for me it was.
For you, definitely.
Because for you were done when about the first wave.
Yeah, pretty much.
When we got to like the second wave there, and me and the guy sitting next to me, Brett, when we got to the second wave, Brett from WDW Fanboys, it did get a little slow. I had to flag them down to get them. I had to tell them a few times to get my meats, but overall, I mean, it wasn't. I'm saying it like it was horrible. It was not horrible. At that point, I was just, I needed the break to kind of digest a little bit, so I wasn't upset. Trust me, at the initial startup, the first two waves of meats are just fantastic. I mean, they bring them out like that. I mean, it happens quick. But that last like third or fourth wave, whatever we had there, was a little slow, but no big deal. Overall, I had an excellent experience, and I honestly cannot wait to go back. And I think Trails Inn will always be my favorite restaurant in Walt Disney World, hands down. But this is by far my second favorite, and it is my favorite new restaurant at Walt Disney World. And it's going to be tough to beat because, I mean, the food at this place is just fantastic, and they go above and beyond when it comes to the meats and the cooking. And I mean, they smoke these things for like 16, 18 hours. I mean, they're constantly smoking meats. I mean, that's insane. I mean, they're constantly got the wood going and smoking these things. And barbecue is one of those things, because I've done barbecue myself. I've done brisket and pork and all these things. And barbecue is a labor of love. You have to love what you do, and you have to love cooking barbecue because it takes so long. I mean, it takes 18 to 20 hours to do a pork butt sometimes. I mean, it takes a long time, but the results are amazing. So, I mean, I get it. I mean, they put in a lot of effort and a lot of work to make this barbecue taste the way it does. And I appreciate that 100%. I mean, it really shows that they care and that they really know what they're doing back there when it comes to barbecue, which is awesome. So definitely check out American Q. That's at the B Resort in downtown Orlando, and just check out the resort in general. It's a nice resort if you want to stay there.
Downtown Disney, by the way.
Downtown Disney area. What did I say?
Downtown Orlando.
Oh, sorry. Downtown Disney area. Downtown Disney Resort area. Excuse me. That's American Q. And the resort itself is pretty. The B Resort is just really pretty. It's a modern, fancy resort. The rooms are nice. They're not expensively priced. I mean, I think you can get a rate of around $100 for a room there, which is fantastic for that area. It's just a great hotel. There's a nice pool bar. There's just a lot of stuff going on there, and you can walk to downtown Disney, our Disney Springs. So it's just a really awesome little area there. I think it's if you're planning to stay on Disney and you want to do something off property, or that's not a Disney hotel, this is definitely an option to pursue, because they do have some good resorts out there. The Hilton is nice over there. I really like the Buena Vista Palace Resort out there. That's a great resort. The DoubleTree is nice. There's a lot of nice resorts out there. B Resort, of course. Just some great hotels out there. So definitely check that out. Okay, well, that's going to do it for this week's show, unless Ed has something else he wants to talk about. Anything else? Nope. All right, so that's going to do it for this week's show. We're going to change as far as coverage this week. We'll be at American Q on Wednesday. Tomorrow, we are going to take Mark, who's been used to be on our show, to Trader Sam's for the first time. That'll be fun. And we're going to do something different tomorrow. I'm going to do a little coverage from, we're going to a place called Replay, and it's an arcade museum in Tarpon Springs, and it's a little different than what we normally do, but it sounds like a lot of fun, so I want to share it with you guys. Tarpon Springs is about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from Walt Disney World, but there is a really nice arcade museum up there, and it's unique to all of Florida. There's not any other arcade museum in Florida, and there's not really much in the way of arcade museums on this coast. But you pay $13 to go for the day, and they have like something like 80 old classic arcade games. So basically, it's like a more a Disney Quest, but designed more for geeky gamers that want to play older, uniquer games. Like one of the games they have there, or one of the machines they have there, is called Hercules. It's a pinball machine, and it's the largest pinball ever made. And you actually use a cue ball from a pool table as your pinball. And it should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to go, and I really like old video games. I love Disney Quest, so it should be a lot of fun, and we'll have some pictures from there and stuff like that. It should be a fun day, and I can't wait to take Mark to Trader Sam's tomorrow night, because I'm really looking forward to seeing his reaction to that, because I know, knowing him, he'll just be blown away, and it'll be the best thing ever. So I'm really excited about that, and if we have time tomorrow too, we'll try to make it over to the Tomorrowland preview. If we don't make it over tomorrow, then we'll make it over Wednesday, but we'll try to make it to the Tomorrowland preview to catch what's going on with the movie over there at Epcot, which they are having a preview today. The preview started today, and they're doing pass holder preview today, and they're giving out pins. But tomorrow they're going to do, just anybody can go and check it out, and that's where Captain EO used to be.
I think anybody could go today. They were just handing out a pin to pass holders.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Anybody can go today. But they can't go now because the park's closed. They can go tomorrow.
Good if you know how to work a projection.
11. Yeah.
You know how to work a projection,
and the let it be known too that the preview also uses the in-house effects for Captain EO. Some of the in-house effects. It's still better than none. When you go to the movie theater, you get none.
Mm-hmm. But I think the way I read it was just mostly some of the lighting effects.
That's still cool though. It's more than what you get at the movie theater.
No, I'm not denying.
And they have props in there from the movie and stuff like that. It looks really cool. I'm excited. So it should be really cool. So we'll definitely check that out this week for you guys. And before we go, we want to thank our sponsor one more time. We want to thank Maple Leaf Tickets for all they do. They've been providing discount Orlando area attraction tickets for more than 30 years. Visit them today at mapleleaftickets.com. Or call 1-800-841-2837. That's 1-800-841-2837 and start saving on tickets today. And make sure you check out couponorlando.com. Yes, couponorlando.com. Have you checked it out yet? It's awesome. And we're going to start adding more and more to it. Soon enough, we should be able to get tickets on there and things like that. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes, lotto tickets.
No. We're adding deals all the time. We just had one on there for 50% off at Earl Sandwich, $5 for $10 gift card at Earl Sandwich. So there's a lot of coupons going on there. I believe there's still one up there for #a-go-go too. So a lot of good coupons on couponorlando.com. Definitely check it out. It's really awesome. We're getting exclusive deals all the time, like our exclusive deal for Airheads Trampoline Arena. Check them out on there. So that's a lot of stuff. Check them out on there and save some money for Airheads and have a blast at Airheads Trampoline Arena. So definitely check that out. Check out CouponOrlando.com. And thank you guys for joining us this week on this relatively short podcast. We got it in an hour here. So relatively short podcast here. And we hope to see you guys next week. We'll see you next week. Bye. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us live here on YouTube and on our website and all the other places. We will have the podcast up soon. So thank you guys for joining us, and we will be back next week. Bye.